Hello, everybody, and welcome. It is Sunday, so it's Sci-Fi Sunday, and there can be only one. This is the Sci-Fi Sunday Highlander stream. And speaking of that, I just pop this on the screen. Yeah, banners. Learning, guys, learning. So you guys have all seen the first film as we were discussing out back, but have you guys seen any of the other films or?
I've watched them. I think I've watched up to the third one because after the second one, I was like, "What is this?" It definitely the second one totally ruined the franchise for me for a while. So I've never went back and rewatched any of the little ones. I found that there was a series, but then I was trying to watch it, but then
my mother was a huge fan of the series, so I saw a lot of that when I was a kid because she always was watching it.
The series is pretty good. I always recommend people the series over any movie. Even though the first movie...
She hated the movies. My mother never liked the movies, but she loved the series.
It's got to be Adrian Paul. He's a big draw.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's some sexy dude on it, and that's who she fucking liked.
Yeah. Put the chat up. In there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... not gonna lie, that's a big added bonus for a lot of us watching that. But yeah, no, it's a great series as far as that goes because it's well put together. Oh, Highlander sound. Yeah, no, it's well put together. They develop the characters slowly, but they don't take forever getting to the important bits, and yeah, they just keep you interested. The movies are okay. I like the movies. Okay, they're good too. In fact, it's one of the reasons I decided to do this stream on Highlander is because the very first movie came out in 1986. It was released in theaters on March 7th. So this marks the 35th anniversary of the first Highlander movie.
Shit. Happy birthday.
Yay! Happy Highlander birthday.
But would they have a birthday if they don't get any older? Dun, dun, dun.
And we never technically see them be born in any of the series. Sorry, Art.
There's going to be a part of this where we have to do there's going to be only one, and you have to name your favorite of the series or the movies. That's going to be a part of this.
So, favorite character, favorite episode, or favorite movie, or
yeah, exactly.
Maybe we just do all the above. We'll run down it. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. We'll do that.
You're like Trench.
Oh,
it can be only one.
We got Deacon in the comments saying howdy. If I could get the
Deacon.
comments.
Hey,
there he is.
You taking it easy on the sauce, bud?
Deacon, I would have dropped this in the thing, but I decided I keep it 4 people. Try to keep it a smaller one because I'm not going to go super late tonight. Just because I got things later, but I thought I'd keep it shorter, have just 4 people on, me and 3 guests. And I had to have Sponge. Got to have Sponge because he's Scottish, and it's a Scottish. Scottish.
Connor McLeod.
Depending on how
you use that term loosely.
Use it very loosely. Christopher Lambert. I don't know how you pronounce it. The guy is French. Okay, not Scottish. So that's why his accent sounds kind of not Scottish.
I didn't think it. I never thought he sounded very Scottish.
No, and
he got voice treated for this movie.
Yeah,
for a kick in the gut. This is what we traded.
Wasn't he in didn't he play Raiden?
Yes.
Yeah. And was also famous for cardboard acting.
because I was watching the movie and he keeps doing the Raiden voice the whole movie.
That's
And
what
I'm
I
like,
was
that's
thinking.
Raiden.
I don't think he's doing the Raiden voice. I just think it's the only one he's
There
got.
can be only one.
He's not a man of lots of range, you know. He also mythically he drinks a lot on set. Just what I've heard. So
To be fair, he only just learned how to speak English when he took this role. He had literally just learned how to speak English.
Well,
And the only other movie he had been in was Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan, which
I'll
obviously
give him a break.
Tarzan doesn't speak. So like he had barely any words. So yeah. So like I mean, to be fair, he did not bad.
yeah, and it's funny. He went for some intense training for this film. He did in the morning. He'd do 4 hours of voice training and voice acting, or not acting, but you know what I mean. With his
That's bad if he's doing 4 hours of training every day and he's still that shit.
yeah.
I feel like
So,
he
like,
should have came in like fucking Sean Connery.
I know,
That's the
would you
worst
think-
it is. Could you imagine giving someone that's a non-English speaking person, a Scottish guy, like Sean Connery that slurs all his words? Like, dude, like, give the guy a break.
But don't you find it weird that the only like real, well, to my knowledge, the only real Scottish guy in the movie was playing like an Egyptian Spanish conquistador, like in the Scottish movie?
Yeah,
What the
I
fuck?
mean, yeah. But then we did the whole fucking Mel Gibson and Braveheart, so like, I mean, it's not that far removed.
the good thing is they actually did film this in Scotland for parts of it. So I mean, at least it had that. They went on location in Scotland and in New York. So they went both real places. Also London, for whatever reason. But so they took advantage of that. They filmed there. And this is actually based on, or not based, but the whole idea for Highlander came from Ridley Scott's first directorial debut, The Duelist, which
I didn't know
director
that.
McCaughey, he saw that and he liked it so much. He's like, hey, this is a great idea. What if like people were having duels all the time, and, like, nobody knew about it. Like, oh, what if they like live forever? And then he just was like, I could do a period piece, but it's time, and it escalated to this.
Great song. Great song.
All right.
Yeah, you know the voiceover with the voiceover Sean Connery does at the beginning, where he does like his little story narration right at the start. It's got that echoey thing to it. Do you know how they got that echoey thing sound? They filmed it in his bathroom.
That
He'd be
makes
working
sense.
with a Spanish voice coach to perfect the accent that he was using in the movie. Like, I didn't even know he was doing an accent in the movie. Like, this is just news to me that he's supposed to have a Spanish accent.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
like he's
he was talking normal.
a Scottish guy.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's not
It
that
just
hard.
sounds the exact same.
He doesn't sound like a whatchamacallit at all.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like a Spaniard. Doesn't
Yeah, I was
sound
gonna
like
say,
an
wasn't he like a conquistador or a
Yeah.
guinea or something? What do they call him? Yeah.
Spanish.
got
Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had Christopher Lambert as the Scotsman, you had Sean Connery as the Egyptian Spaniard. My guess is the reason they didn't have Sean Connery just play the title role is because they can't afford him, which is why spoilers, he sort of buys it.
Sean Connery filmed these scenes in 1 week in a bet with the director. And he said that he would never finish it in 7 days, and they did. He would earn $1 million for that 1 week. $1 million for a week. Like, dude, that's insane.
Like, wow, give me $1 million for a week. I'd never have to work again. I'd make $1 stretch like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, sweet. Oh, and the another thing about this film is the original title, believe it or not, was The Dark Knight.
Oh shit! Plot
Even
twist.
though it's not about Batman, but it was originally titled The Dark Knight. Then, of course, they changed it to Highlander because of all the Scotland stuff. And
Yep.
the sword work in the series is better than the sword work in the film, but they did hire a sword guy to do it, so it was pretty decent.
I mean, the last sword fight was kind of lacking, but that beginning sword fight was dope. The first one, that
The
was
only thing I
badass.
don't like is it's just so slow. Like it feels like they're filming it in slow motion. Like you can see they're
Yeah.
literally just walking step by step.
That very first one. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys didn't like the first sword fight in the parking garage?
No, I didn't.
No,
I'm
I
not saying I
loved
didn't
it.
like it.
No, that was
just-
the better one compared to it was the second one with it's the one at the end with Kurgan.
Yeah.
It's the worst sword fight I've ever seen in a movie. It's so fucking
The-
slow. It's like
It's
boom.
more about
then-
what's happening around them than the
fun
actual
fact,
sword
though.
fight.
When they're having that sword fight, like, do you know why they're so tentative? Because they had a live wire running along the edge of the blade. That's why the sword spark every time they hit. The live
Wait,
wire was
that
connected
was
to a
real?
car battery running down their arm. Like, dude, I would have been fucking terrified. Ah, you bastard.
Oh,
Ah, you
fuck
bastard.
that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that's why the sparks when they were hitting each other. Like, practical effects at their best. But, like, it was just like, you can clearly tell the
Okay.
actors were a bit
And
scared.
also, I want to know specifically that the rules. You have to cut the head off to kill one. Okay, but what if you like destroyed the whole body? Like, what if you shot it with a rocket bazooka? That would kill it.
It
Wouldn't it?
decapitates them. If it decapitates them, then they would die. But like, all
I mean,
right.
if
So
it
here's the
blows.
deal. If their torso's intact, then they're not dead. If the head comes away from their shoulders, they're dead. So that's generally the rule.
But could you like blow their head off with a gun, and that would count, or do you have to cut it off with a sword,
Yeah, no. If you blew it off and
like a shotgun, close range, and just
Yeah.
well, you'd need a really big shotgun because like a regular shotgun, you shoot someone in the face with it, it's not gonna like take their head off. It's just gonna,
No, it's just going to leave like a hole, which then would regenerate.
yeah, they'd survive that.
It depends on what kind.
But
Just not like the one dude that shot him with the Uzi in the belly like 4 times.
Mhm.
That did.
Dude,
like,
I'm more
shit,
impressed that he
nothing.
managed to fire 4 shots out of Uzi. Just like, yeah,
Yeah,
like
you clearly
Like, who
saw
did-
each hole like pop on the dude's belly. Like, whoa.
but it's great use of practical effects, like you said, Sponge. And yeah, I would have been scared as hell to have a car battery hooked up to a sword because it's like you got the car battery behind you, and it's like if you those could explode if you're doing that sparking crap, and like I would not want to. Huh?
There was water on the ground where they were fighting. There was like a bunch of water, and I'm guessing that was real too. If the sparks were real, the water had to be real. So that wasn't good.
Well, yeah, they could fall or something. They're not going to get electrocuted from a car battery.
Probably, Deacon. Probably.
But what Deacon's it's done there. Try to get it to pop up these things so they don't pop up when I click on them. It's weird. Maybe not. I don't know.
He was saying if you cut their head off with a shock sword, they'd find that shocking. So,
It'd be electrifying. But yeah, that's weird. I clicked on that. It still didn't come up. Anyway, another big notable thing.
Wait, we could have had a different movie. What the like? I just read a fact here. Kurt Russell was originally cast as Connor McLeod, but he pulled out because he got
Fuck
Goldie
yes.
Hawn.
Fuck
Goldie Hawn
yes.
made him pull out. What? And they started. Made you saying that Big Trouble in Little China's pretty good.
That
as well.
could have been one of the greatest movies ever if Kurt Russell had ended up being in Highlander.
But would it have been?
I mean,
like,
Yeah.
do the accent.
Imagine Snake Plissken, but a Highlander.
Yeah, but we would
Like-
need the accent, dude. We need someone with a Scottish accent.
He does the thing where he throws the thing up in the air with the sword, but he doesn't wait until it falls all the way down and he cuts their heads off. Something like that. He just throws it up.
I genuinely feel that would have been a whole other movie.
I am the Duke of New York.
It's interesting to note that everybody obviously very familiar with the soundtrack, or not the soundtrack, but Queen's role in the music. They did about 4 songs for this. They did Give Me the Prize, they did Princess of the Universe, they did It's a Kind of Magic, and they did Who Wants to Live Forever. And we almost had a different sound to this film because originally they approached the British band Marillion, who's most famous for Kaylee and Lavender, if you guys have heard those songs.
Kaylee.
Nope, I don't think so.
Kaylee.
Sponge apparently has.
That was a very different feel, don't you think, guys? Fucking
Yeah, hell, fuck yeah.
I'll stick with Freddie.
But apparently,
Freddie and the boys.
They couldn't do it because they were busy doing a world tour and they didn't have the time to sit down in the studio, watch a screener, and record a bunch of songs. So they were out. Then David Bowie, Sting, Duran Duran were also considered, but eventually they're just like, you know what, we'll go with Queen.
They considered Sting for a role in the movie as well. Like, Sting was apparently up for a role in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, and the lead singer, Fish of Marillion, was also going to have a role in the movie, but because of the world tour, he couldn't do it. So, no Fish. Go Fish. So, it was a thing. And the other thing about the music is this film never got an official soundtrack.
That's crazy, that, right? Especially how good it is.
How?
It's one of the greatest scores for a film, and it had no soundtrack.
That's got some of my favorite Queen songs.
Yeah, Queen were inspired by the footage they seen after they made the first one and were like, dude, we're on this. Can you imagine that? Just Freddie Mercury being like, guys, don't you fucking worry, I've got you. Like, we can't afford it. Don't worry, I've said I've got this. That's fucking great.
They came to the rescue, and the closest we ever did get to a soundtrack is Queen released their It's a Kind of Magic album, which fans consider the soundtrack the unofficial soundtrack because it's 9 songs. So, hey, you get it, you got it. It's good, and they got it. So it was cool for that, and I was going to see if I had anything else I wanted to say about it. Oh, there are 2 cuts of this film. There's the theatrical version that was in the UK, and then there's a version we got over here in the States. And
which is like 6 minutes shorter.
Yeah, you guys have an 8-minute longer movie than we got, because apparently they cut out some stuff from the British version because it contained Euro humor. I don't know what that is, but Euro humor was in that, and they didn't get it.
That's pretty much what they said. It's like, dumb Americans not going to understand. We'll just take it out. That's bullshit, though. Because
I watched it and there was still Euro humor. They were talking about, like, they were joking about haggis, so I don't know. Maybe I got British.
That's not Euro humor. That's just taking the piss at Scottish people. But like when they were in Scotland, they went to the local university. They went to Glasgow University and hired lots of students because they had long hair. But like they were having liquid lunches. So by the time it got to the afternoon and that, all the fucking all the medical staff were having to deal with a lot of pissed up students because they were getting rowdy during the fight scenes in the afternoon, and like they were hurting each other and shit, so like they had to do extra fucking work.
Oh, we got trashed in the chat.
Hey Marty.
Yeah, they couldn't predict that.
Marsh went silent. Arch went silent. Oh, there we go.
I'm here.
Oh. For a second, I was worried I clicked on him by mistake. So see, now it's showing up. I clicked on it like 5 times a minute ago. Oh, we lost Trench. Go!
Oh shit!
He'll be back. He'll be back. He always comes back. He's just waiting to be reborn. Hey, he does wear a French cup. Oh, there he is. See? He's risen from the dead. If I could just get him back in here.
Christopher Lambert's only seen the film once.
Yeah.
He claims he's seen the film once, and that was at the premiere, and that was it.
Yeah, I guess he was like, I'm done with this. I don't know, star in a movie.
Right.
Watch it once.
Wait a minute. I just found another fucking stupid fact. Right? According to the movie, MacLeod was born in Scotland in 1518. And he acquired his immortality in 1536. Connor MacLeod was a horny teenager. He was 18 years old. And that was it. And then he got hurt, and then like by the time, like, obviously he's went through all the shit, he got to 467. But he's clearly a 40-year-old man. There is no way in hell is he claiming to be an 18-year-old. Like, I feel robbed.
Yeah.
I never realised this until I read this. This is bullshit.
We're not supposed to notice. We're not supposed to notice.
Movie match.
But I don't know. This movie, it did pretty well. It did pretty well despite Lambert's not teenage age, and it ended up doing 2.4 million on its opening weekend, and then in total worldwide, including opening weekend, it did 12.9 million. So it made its pennies.
It was fun. It's a fun movie.
I like it.
Clancy Brown kills it, man. Clancy Brown.
We nearly never had Clancy Brown.
Oh, that would have been a shame because he
had just finished working on Frankenstein, and he had experienced a really bad allergic reaction to the glue for the prosthetics. So he nearly sacked it. He was like, "Nah, I'm out," and then changed his mind. Man, could you imagine it without him? Like, that'd be bullshit. It was Frankenstein's monster and the bride. And they had to shut down production for 3 weeks because his allergy was so bad to it. So, like, could you imagine, like, like, see when your guy comes to you and like, dude, I've got the perfect role for you. It's going to require a shit ton of prosthetics all over your face and neck. What? But genuine, I'm glad he did though, because like he made the role. Like I think he made the whole movie. Like the film would be shit if it wasn't Kurgan.
Yeah,
he was awesome as Kurgan. The stuff in the church was awesome. The stuff in the alleyway with the Marine who's like shooting him and he stabs him and so like that was cool. That was some cool shit. Like,
yeah, or he's driving the car with the chick in it, and he's like he's driving all like in front of trucks and shit like that. Like he had some Billy Zane energy going on in that movie. Like I felt like Night of the Demons vibes. It was dope.
I like it when he turns to her and he's just like, "Nom." She's like, "Ah!" It's fucking great. And of course, for those of you that might not know, watching now or in the future, I'm sure pretty much everyone in the room knows, but Clancy Brown was also Captain Byron in The Shawshank Redemption, and Sergeant Charles in Starship Troopers, and believe it or not, in addition to being in Thor Ragnarok, he was also the voice of Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob.
Oh shit!
So he was Mr. Krabs. How bad is that? You got the Kurgan as Mr. Krabs.
That's dope.
I didn't know that. I was like, oh wow, I'm going over fact checking my shit, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, SpongeBob, really? This can't be the same. No, yeah, Mr. Krabs. I didn't know.
I didn't know either. Like I only knew him from Pet Sematary 2, which I haven't seen, but I've seen the clips and he's open that.
Yeah, I'm trying to look over my stuff, make sure I don't leave anything out, because I wanted to make sure I mentioned Mr. Krabs, because that was quite the surprise. Be a very different movie if he did that voice throughout it instead of the Kurgan voice, huh?
A little bit.
Get
I
me
know
back.
that the wrestling match at the beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
they claimed it was Madison Square Gardens, but it wasn't. It was the Meadowlands Arena.
Like
Wow.
that was cool. Was that even the real Freebirds? Like I couldn't tell.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Oh, that was. Oh shit.
it was the Fabulous Freebirds, and they were fighting Greg Gagne, Jumpin' Jim Bunzel, and
Mm.
the Tonga Kid. But he wasn't. I
Oh
didn't
man.
know that he was called the Tonga Kid. I found that out after. He was one of the Islanders from WWE.
Absolutely.
Also, one of the same lot that's related to The Rock and all that shit. Like it's The Rock's uncle.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. There's a weird sub connection to wrestling in the Highlander series, because not only did you have that, but you had Adrian Paul, Duncan MacLeod from the series, from the TV series, appear on WWF a couple times, and you had Edge of Edge and Christian appear in Highlander Endgame.
Now I gotta watch Highlander Endgame apparently, because I'm a big Edge fan.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. Edge has popped up in so many places in acting. He just pops up in the weirdest of roles.
I didn't even know he was acting, so now I'm gonna have to take a deep dive because I'm a fan for sure.
Taking a
Yeah,
deep
no,
dive.
it's pretty good. But what else did he do? What did he do recently? There was a few. He's done like quite a lot of roles, just
We
like
got
bit part
Ty in the
stuff.
chat. Hey, Ty.
Hey Ty.
What's
Hey, man.
up, dude?
Welcome.
Doing good.
Oh wait, the NHL, we're given a chance.
Say
Huh?
what?
Oh, I don't know. Deacon said the NHL were gonna be like, instead of wrestling, it was gonna be hockey, but they
Yeah.
wanted to fit it more with Duncan MacLeod's flashback, so they did wrestling instead. That's what
Pretty much.
Deacon said.
Yeah.
There's so much fighting though in hockey, and the sticks are kind of like swords that it still would have
Yeah.
made sense.
It could have
Like,
worked, yeah.
Edge has been in
Oh.
a shit ton of things. He was in like fucking Vikings recently.
Mm.
And he was in The Flash.
The closest you get to hockey in that first film is when they're in the wrestling arena. There's a fan that's wearing a hockey mask.
Oh shit! I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it might have been cut from the version you saw, but it's in there very briefly. It's in the director's cut. I know that for
I
sure.
tell you what, I was jealous of all his old cool shit that he collected over the ages.
I'm pretty
Swords
sure
and
in that arena there's a Jets flag as well
all that cool stuff.
Oh yeah,
up on the wall.
totally.
It's,
But yeah,
Crazy
no,
shit, man.
it's he is a crazy amount of stuff he had collected too. All the old weaponry and antiques and stuff. I mean, you're an antique dealer if you were immortal, I guess.
Yeah.
he had it in his little like collection room. Fucking badass.
Oh, we got Junebug. Are you a guy in high school who got hit in the balls with a hockey puck, and then one of them almost burst after that? What, the hockey puck? Who?
I'm guessing his ball.
God. He's talking
I'm guessing
about
the ball would.
ball.
I'm guessing the
confused
ball
with
would
that
explode
question.
before the hockey puck.
We
I don't
didn't
know.
play with like hard hockey pucks like that. I did get uppercut with some kid's shoulder while I was guarding him because he was so tall. He lifted his shoulder up. He didn't try to, but he lifted his shoulder up. I was behind him and he hit me in the chin.
I did that to a big guy in basketball. I jumped up to hook the ball, and as I jumped up to hook it, my elbow caught him right on the chin and like knocked his ass out. I was like, ah, shit. I got sent off, and I was allowed to play afterwards.
Dude, I went flying, man. It was good.
Do you know that this is Sean Connery's character is the only character that he's reprised the role for apart from Bond?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was as a favour, it was because Christopher Lambert asked him to come back for it. Like he made the director bring him back. Like how much did Sean Connery just wish he'd said no? Because the second one was shit. I don't care what anybody says. It was worse than the second Godfather.
Oh God, that second.
Curse of the sequel.
It's widely considered to be the worst film in the entire franchise of films, but it's also considered to be one of the worst films ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen Godfather.
Definitely
Part
in the
2.
top 100.
everybody
No.
says Godfather 2 is dope. I haven't seen it, so I can't. I haven't seen the first one either. I can't comment.
Fuck yeah, trash.
Yeah, man.
What'd he say?
Oh, there it
He
goes.
said,
Oh yeah.
I
He
love
loves
when they sneak in Queen's lyrics into the movie. When he came to buy the life and saved the little girl from the Nazis. He says,
kind of
it's a
magic.
kind of magic.
and he says that throughout the movie.
You did a
Top of the
perfect.
morning to ya.
You did a perfect Irish just then.
No, it wasn't. That was terrible. Like, I can do way
Proper.
better. Like,
We
it's
got-
easier if I'm talking to someone and I can copy their accent.
It's probably easier for an American to do the Irish thing than for you, because Scottish is so heavy.
Nah, I don't know. Like, it depends on what part of Ireland it is. Obviously, certain parts of Ireland are like got like way stronger accents when they're going dirty tea in a tree. You're like, excuse me.
That's
Cussing you like
something
that.
right there. I didn't know that it was 7 parts. See, there's so much shit I don't know.
But yeah, now out of the 5, just to circle back, out of the 5 films, Highlander 2 considered to be one of the worst of the 5, but that's okay if you like it. Human Bug, which version do you like? Because there are 3 versions of Highlander 2. There's the theatrical cut, there's the director's cut, which is the Renegade version, and then there's the special edition where they went in and they used CGI here and there, just like George Lucas did, and they made the shield around the Earth, instead of that orangey color, they made it blue, which is what it was supposed to be in the first place.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There was a lot of that's man. I still can't believe Kurt Russell, man. Like, genuinely, I want to see. I would have wanted to. I want Kurt Russell to do it.
That would have been interesting.
Fucking Mickey
what if-
Rourke too, man. Apparently.
What if they do a remake?
Fuck
They
yes.
do
Fuck yes.
Kurt Russell
If
in
the
there.
remake, I want it to stay true to source material. Leroy Green says, love the original Highlander. Sean Connery played a Spaniard with his infamous accent. Dude, the best thing was, like, we were reading up, like, I was reading facts on it earlier, and he had a voice coach. He was doing, like, a lot of voice work, living in Spain, like, learning the accent, and he still sounds the exact fucking same. This is why Scottish people can't go on holiday.
I don't get what.
This is what we do. We're like, we speak it, we think we're speaking the accent perfect, and we're not. We're just doing our own shit.
You could tell by how good he was grinning and shit when he's talking and acting. He thought he was getting that shit right.
Do you think
Yeah.
Sean Connery is the reason why I got called Mexican?
Say what?
Like, do you think Sean Connery is the reason why I got called Mexican?
I saw that and thought like, oh, that
Because
must
he
be.
was a Spaniard. Do you
Yeah.
think that's what's happened? Do you think they've just confused Spain with Scotland?
They think
I don't think we're that stupid, but we might be. We might be that stupid.
On Junebug says George Laurensby as Ramirez for the remake, or Timothy Dalton, or Pierce Brosnan, or Daniel Craig. LOL.
What is this?
It's all the Bond. It's all the Bond.
What are we? Huh?
They're all James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all James Bond. Yeah, because Connery's a Bond.
That's the joke.
He's Egyptian, but he did become a Spanish conquistador. But
Yeah, no,
he
yeah.
hails from
They call him the Spaniard for some reason.
yeah.
Apparently, like nobody knew what an Egyptian was in the 80s.
Yeah, he did claim he was born in Egypt. He did say that in the movie.
That he
Yeah,
could have
he
been
was
born to
born
white
in the
people in Egypt.
XXIIE, you know.
Yeah, and he got. Of course, he tells the story about how he gets his sword. So he was in Egypt, then he was in Spain, then he was in Japan, then he went to Scotland. Apparently, in the timeline. So it's kind of weird, but okay. I guess you'd travel all over if you were alive that long. Wouldn't just hang out.
Apparently, MacLeod's sword was made by the legendary Muramasa. Masamune, sorry, Masamune.
Nice.
Spongy
Yeah, it was
fuck
apparently related somehow.
No,
They went wild. Like they really just took the
Oh,
story and
goodness.
just like took a pen and just drew all over the map and thought, "Fuck it."
So a lot of the issues, going back to the sequel, a lot of the issues with that second film were apparently caused by the bonding company. They interfered with the original works, messing about with the script. They're the reason why it's orange and not blue. I don't understand why they'd. Let me just say the whole plot about the ozone layer was stupid. It made no sense and it dated the film. It horribly dated the film, and because it's like, okay, well, we're in the '90s. We're in the '90s for this film, and yeah, and also Russell McKay. I can't say the guy's name. Mulcahy. He hated this film so much that he actually walked out of its world premiere. He was like, "Screw this!" About halfway through, left. Another fun thing about this, of course, Michael Ironsides, who's in this, he got part of his finger cut off by Christopher Lambert in the sword fight.
Wait, who did?
Inside.
Hey, Leroy.
Oh shit.
This was after he chipped Lambert's tooth, so it was an accident, but I don't know. It could have been a receipt. Who knows? Conspiracies. But
apparently, everybody hated the Kurgan's theme song. Like the guy Russell Malaki says that it was his least favorite of the songs because he doesn't like heavy metal, and then Brian May says that Freddie Mercury and John Deacon both hated the song as well. That was clearly Brian May's input. That's crazy. Dude, there's just so much crazy, like random stuff that it was linked with. Like, see, at the time, it must have been just like everybody wanted a piece because there's so many like different names that were linked to it and stuff.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? There's also on that second film, there's a missing alternate ending that only people in the UK got to see. They call it the fairy tale ending, and we never got it. So I don't know what's fairy tale about it. I haven't seen it, but it's a fairy tale ending.
I know that there was a lot of deleted extra scenes and stuff that got destroyed in a fire as well, that were never to be released, never to be seen again.
There can be only one.
There can be only one version.
There'd be only one version.
But yeah, no. Apparently, there was a whole Asian immortal that came in, and they had like a whole fight recorded, but then we never got to see.
Yeah, so that's basically it for the first films. I mean, I don't really have much more to say about it aside from Queen was great. It's a highlight. Director, most notably known for just doing music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did music
Oh, shit.
videos. That was his thing. And that would be a theme because when they went and got the third film, they had Andrew Morahan direct it, who just like Russell, he was known for music videos. He did the Pet Shop Boys West End Girls video. He did Cyndi Lauper's Change of Heart video, and he did Bananarama's I Heard a Rumor video. Love that video. So I don't know what was up with that, but just mentioning that, I was reminded that there was a lot of music video techniques used in that first film when they were shooting it. A lot of quick cuts, lighting techniques, stuff like that. So it's very music video-y, which I guess works because you got Queen in there.
Yeah, especially like that ending fight. It was more about the surroundings and the actual fight. It kind of looked like a music video a little bit with all the water and the sparks and shit.
I like that silver cup. That silver cup set. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've just clicked on Highlander 3, like the trivia section, the very first piece of trivia. During filming in Montreal, 2 local punk rockers with mohawk hairs were hired for extras in one of the scenes where they attempted to rob the newly awakened Kane. They were paid a nominal fee in fact for their services before shooting. The scene was cut after they were seen taking drugs on set and overheard plotting to kidnap Mario Van Peebles by driving away with in the makeup van with him. Like, could you imagine hiring extras and they just started to plan a whole kidnap on set? Like, dude.
Just gonna run off with Mario Van Peebles. Can you believe that?
And the love scenes with Christopher Lambert in them were all them. They never used any body doubles or anything.
That was his butt, folks. That was his butt doing the pumping.
That was her ass as well. She did the body double for it as well.
Which, if you get the director's cut, you get to see it. If you get the other cut, the theatrical cut, you get no sex scenes and you get less violence. You don't get to see Mario Van Peebles' head go rolling down the thing. No gruesome decapitation for Kane. Part 3 director was also music video director. Yeah, he was. He did Bananarama. I heard a rumor that you had a broken heart. I like that song. Don't judge me.
Oh my, like Highlander 3 chose to ignore Highlander 2. How great is that?
Yeah. They're
just like that was shit, guys. Just ignore it. We had an off day.
How you do it? How you do it?
They're like, pretend it didn't happen. Deacon says that the fairy tale ending, it ends like a romance novel with both lovers having a joyful ending. Oh. Well, I don't know why they'd cut that. I mean, they cut that other shit. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, Silver Cup is located in New York City. If you drive past the 59th Street Bridge in New York City, you can see it in the background, just like in the movie.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That was the payback for Jaws: The Revenge. You think that's what it was about, Junebug? I like Jaws: The Revenge, but there's a huge editing mistake in there, huge continuity error. There's a scene where they're talking about seeing the shark, and it's before they actually see the shark when they're out there underneath the water, fucking with the conchs. So, I don't know.
Weird.
That's just fun. And we mentioned the other night on Trenchy's stream before we went off air. Trash mentioned this. Mako was in the third film briefly, very small part. And a lot of you might know Mako. He was RoboCop 3 and in Rising Sun. So that's just a little bit. He's in a lot of other stuff too, but that's like
Center. That guy.
Yeah, Mako Iwana Matsu, the guy in the very beginning.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who's talking to Christopher Lamb to Connor McLeod about Ramirez and his sword and stuff. See, and Dr. Alex Johnson was played by Deborah Kara, and she was in Silent Hill and White Noise. So that's fun for
Lovely.
that. This film had a $34 million budget, but it was a really big failure because it only made $36 million gross total. So, yikes. They made their money back, but not really, because you got to factor in the fact that they had to promote it and everything. So they actually lost their shirt on this movie, on Highlander 3. Which was also Highlander the Sorcerer, Highlander the Magician, Highlander the Final Conflict, and Highlander the Final Dimension. Had 4 titles.
They couldn't make up their damn mind.
It was called the Sorcerer here.
It's called the Clusterfuck.
But still a better film than Highlander 2. In my opinion, anyhow.
I don't doubt it. Not one bit.
AKA Highlander 3, El Mago.
How many movies are there? 5, said?
5.
There's 5 films, Trenchy. There's Highlander, Highlander 2, The Quickening, Highlander 3, The Final Dimension, Highlander 4, which is just Highlander Endgame, and then there's Highlander the Source. So
yeah, it ends right there.
Or AKA Highlander 4, a Battle Final.
A cool thing about it, though, because these movies have been out for so long, you can get them all on one DVD here in the States. So you can get all 5 right here. And this includes the Renegade version with the CGI. Because this, for whatever reason, they had both versions combined in the Renegade version on this print.
Was that at Walmart? Or did you order it on
Walmart.
Walmart.
I got Walmart.
They're
all rated R. All rated R. So you got your nudity and you got your violence. You got your sex and violence. So kids will be happy. Of course, I'm
the film trailer for Endgame had they shot a lot of stuff that weren't in the movie to make it look more interesting. They spot special scenes just for the trailer that weren't in the movie, just so it would appear more interesting for people to go and watch it.
Yeah,
Bunchy bastards. The original title for Endgame is World Without End. Sounds like it should be a Marvel movie.
And for those of you who don't know, it's directed by Doug Aronofsky, who did Star Trek Picard, Star Trek Discovery, and the Star Trek Short Treks stuff they had for the internet. For Endgame.
I know, Deacon. I'm jealous of that set.
Wait, Highlander 5 came out in 2007.
Dude, when is an Apple flexing?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just trying to give you guys the stuff, giving you guys the goods.
No,
it's a good thing, Apple. It's a good thing. We admire you.
I wouldn't. This is not my whole Highlander collection because I have the series on VHS.
I'm assuming if you got it at Walmart, it wasn't that expensive either. It was
this was cheap.
This was good.
I think I spent about $20 on this. So
that's not bad.
There you go.
Very, very good. I had to buy it, even though I already owned a copy of the first one on both DVD and high quality VHS.
I've only seen the 2, so I would have to, because all that would be new to me. Except for the TV show.
I also own the original version of Highlander 2 on VHS. I have 2 copies of that as well. You get multiple copies if you collect stuff. I don't know. It's a sickness, guys. It's a sickness.
Oh, yeah.
It's a slightly different. I have to have it.
the plague, man.
Corey does the same thing.
Oh, what's this about Mad Max Fury Road? Hold on, let me pop that up there. It sounds like something I didn't mention. Oh, Jesse, I didn't know that.
Facts.
Facts.
Audience participation. That's
So
what
I
I'm talking about.
try to highlight as many comments as I can, but half the time I press the damn thing, nothing happens.
I'm a big comment reader. I love to read all the comments.
See, what did I say? Did I have something else about this? Oh yeah, so they had Jacob Kell in that movie. He didn't really do much work noting as far as we're sort of concerned with, like, horror movies and science fiction. But he was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, sure.
Dawn episode. So if you want to check him out as not a murderous immortal, you can check him out in Comes the Dawn.
Mm.
The woman who played Faith in that movie, Lisa Barbusia, was in the Bridget Jones Diary, and she played Lilith in The Serpent Slayer. So if you've seen those, that's like a little fun thing for you to see. Before I get into talking about the source, I want to briefly touch on the animated series. Have you guys seen the animated series at all?
I didn't even know there was an animated series.
I've only seen the first movie. I haven't seen anything else. So this is all new to me.
I knew there was the TV series, but not an animated TV series.
Yep, there was an animated TV series. It was in 1994, a Canadian-French-American co-production. So, it's not a good sign when your TV show speaks 3 different languages, but
get some Americans and some French people to go. Yeah, some Canadians. That's a good time.
I know they speak English in Canada, but they also speak French, so they got this kind of weird Franglish.
You want to get together and film a movie, eh?
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 Hey, about that real good there. Go see a hockey game, eh?
Yeah. Hey.
So it's a loose spin-off of the first film, the animated series is, and it takes place in the 27th century. And it follows the story of Clinton MacLeod. So you get another MacLeod. Which I feel like there's an inordinate amount of
MacLeod. I was going to say that because you had Connor and then you had Duncan.
Quentin.
Like, dude, there was a whole fucking shit ton of the fuckers.
There's also Colin MacLeod, because if you talk about the anime movie, because they did an anime movie to have right there.
Jesus.
Highlander Search for Vengeance. Which I'll just show you the back of that right quick since I have it right here.
Oh wait,
Ooh.
So all the brothers became Highlanders? Because
no, I don't know. I think it was like sons and that shit. Was it not? Like they not pass it down or something?
Oh man, yeah.
Well, they can't have children though. Like in the lore, mortals can't have children. So it's just like they're related to each other somehow, but none of them are sons or brothers.
Yeah, that's weird because I know in the movie all the brothers were like kicking him out. Besides one, one helped him escape, but all the other brothers wanted to burn him because they're like, "You're a witch." So I'm like, how can they be all Highlanders if they're trying to burn this dude for being a Highlander?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's one of those series, one of those franchises that
don't apply logic.
Yeah, you can't really force too much logic into it. Like I'll talk to you a little bit more about the animated series. So in addition to being in the 27th century, get ready. It follows a meteor impact and the release of nuclear weapons, which wipes out almost all of humanity. And so what the immortals do that survive all that they decide that they're not going to play the game anymore and hunt each other down, they're not going to do that. Instead, because this is for kids, they're going to just preserve the knowledge of humankind and help humanity out. So they all throw away their swords and swear that they're not going to hunt each other anymore, except for one of them. One of them named Konata or Konta or whatever the hell his name is. Konata, he swears that he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna take the oath. So what he does is he continues to hunt them and lop off their heads. And he gets into a fight with Connor McLeod from the first movie, who's now an animated character and not live action, and beats him, cuts his head off. But when he does that, he sets this whole prophecy deal into motion, which results in Quentin MacLeod being born and becoming immortal 700 years later.
Oh,
it's all over the place. And the fun thing about the animated series is because it's like this post-apocalyptic future that's set way in the future, they've got all sorts of weird animals. They got gigantic ants, ostrich reptiles, ape dogs, snow spiders, elephant cows. It's weird.
Elephant cows?
Yeah, but then I'm guessing that they kind of followed the second one where they're all aliens.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. They're not really.
Who's seen that shit movie and thought, I know where we can go with this?
Oh, Leroy was obsessed with Highlander at one point.
I just like it where they're just magical gods that have to kill each other because, like, they just kind of have to, so one of them can become God. Like, I like that. No alien shit. Just
yeah. In the series, they ditched the whole alien thing, and they're not alien. But I don't know whose bright idea it was to say let's make them all aliens, but it was a terrible idea.
I don't know whose idea was to say that let's make them all fucking Scottish because none of them speak Scottish.
Yeah.
Never mind the fucking aliens. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
Hey, they didn't get the memo.
Only the Egyptian
Obviously.
is Scottish.
John Steele. What's up?
Hey, John.
John Steele.
You're going to be dropping the pill.
It's cool, John. I figured you wouldn't have been able to show up because you sounded kind of iffy. So I decided I'd just run 4 people for the stream, not hang about too much, because I got a lot to cover. So I'll probably just try to breeze through it as much as possible. Another thing about that animated series, before I close off the animated series, is there's a video game for it. There's a video game. Yeah. If you own yourself an Atari Jaguar or you get one of those fancy emulator deals for your computer, you could play. You could play it. You could play it. So be cool. You could be Quentin MacLeod. You could have the red hair and the green.
Was it multiplayer? Because there can be only one.
Oh, this made me laugh. If we can get that on there. Gerald is slow tonight. He won't. He's pressing buttons. Nothing happens.
Deacon says no aliens in adventure fantasy, as that lends to things like the Crystal Skull.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Very good point, sir.
So so that's pretty much everything I had to say about the animated series. So now I'll go on to the TV series, which I'll not be too long-winded about. 6 seasons, ran in 1992. If I was doing this stream next year at this time, it would be the anniversary of the TV series.
I think it was marketed to women, and it was like a sexy type show.
I don't know if it was necessarily marketed towards
Well,
women.
it had, like,
Oh,
you know,
it had Adrian Paul.
good-looking guys and stuff. Yeah. He wasn't the only one though. There was other ones in there, wasn't there?
Well, that's most 80s action movies. You had like
No, it
buff,
ain't.
good-looking
This was in the
men around with
90s. This was a
chainsaws.
TV show. In the
Oh,
90s.
that
Yeah,
was
but that was-
90s. I don't
A
know
shit
much
ton of
of this.
episodes as well, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did 117 episodes over 6
Yeah.
seasons on that TV show, and
I think
119.
My
It says
mother
on IMDb.
watched every single one of them.
Who's Adrian Paul again? Why do I know
She
his
had the
name?
box set with the VHSs.
Adrian
Oh,
Yeah, Glenn, we
him.
covered that.
Adrian Paul was in that War of the Worlds TV show, and he was also in a short-lived TV show called Tracker, where he played an alien.
Yeah. He
And
was in
he's not.
Arrow as well.
Say what? Oh yeah, he was. Briefly. Like, was it a couple episodes or something? I didn't
Yeah.
watch Arrow.
Sean Connery was an Egyptian in the first film that was living as a Spaniard. Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
That's
covered
funny.
that. And he's the
Dude, I
only
just want to know
Scottish
why
guy
there
in the
was no
movie.
famous Scottish actors running around that they could have got in.
Like,
they
why
not
didn't they just make Sean Connery's character Scottish? It's not that hard. Make a Scottish guy posing as a Spaniard. There you go.
Yeah, dude, that's what we're talking about. Like, he had a voice coach and he was living in Spain at the time, so he could learn the accent, and that was the best he came up with.
It seemed kind of unnecessary, didn't it?
It just seems pointless. Not gonna lie, like he could have just been doing any other role that he's ever played.
Yeah, he's the only Scottish guy in a Scottish movie, and he's playing a Spanish Egyptian. 80s, man, 80s. Gotta love it.
That's one of the things about the first film that I like is that it's got that cheesy element to it. You know, you've got Sean Connery as a Spanish Egyptian. You've got Christopher Lambert, who's French, speaking Scottish accent. You know, trying to do a Scottish accent.
Speaking English, never mind anything else. Dude, that's amazing they actually learn English for the role though, because like it's passable.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Like he's no
enjoyed
Scottish
it.
accent in any way, shape, or form. But then I wouldn't expect somebody that spoke French to be able to do a Scottish accent at all, because we've not got the same sounds.
Yeah, it's
Like
not
it's a
even
totally
close.
different way of speaking. German's surprisingly really close to Scottish. Like we've got like the same sounds that we make.
But you got like that throat thing. You're like, "Ah, ah."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how else
That's
to
what it is.
describe it. No offense. Any
Hawking
other
up a loogie.
you know.
Yeah, the noise.
Yeah.
For
If you
fuck's
listen to
sake.
this, you know.
For fuck's sake.
So bringing it back to the series for a second, other notable things about the cast. You had Stan Kirsch in there as Richie Ryan, who fans of Jag, you guys will recognize him. That's Lieutenant Fiera. So Jag. Other notable thing about that, they got Jim Barnes plays Joe Dawson, who was in an episode of SG-1 as a narrator. He also was Mr. Brink in the RoboCop Alpha Command TV series. So
I remember that show.
yeah. And of course, you had Elizabeth Grayson with a recurring role as Amanda, and she was in the Death of the Incredible Hulk, and she was also in an episode of the '90s Flash series and in an episode of Time Tracks, which I've mentioned previously on other Sci-Fi Sundays. So pretty cool. And Peter Wingfield, who played Mythos. He was in Catwoman. He was Dr. Ivan Slavany there, or Slavanki, whatever the hell that is. He was also in an episode of The Sentinel, an episode of Viper, and he as well did an episode of Stargate SG-1. So it's like a little Stargate connection. That's kind of neat.
Apparently,
You got all the
Duncan
knowledge.
MacLeod for the
All the
TV
knowledge.
series was ranked 11 in TV Guide's list of the 25 greatest sci-fi legends.
I have
Specifically,
that.
Duncan.
I had that issue with TV Guide. He was right on the cover in the full
Damn.
Scottish. Hell yeah.
You got everything, literally. You even got I got the TV guide. Like what?
Well, in fairness, I had a lot of the TV guides because that was back when you needed a guide for television because
Yeah.
you had. It's like, how else are you going to know when it's on?
That's how I would
Apparently,
set
the
up
TV
VHSs to record. You would set it up on your because the VHS player to record at a certain time for a movie.
the codes, so the time codes and shit. Yeah.
So you could so it would
Apparently,
start
the
recording when
series-
you're gone, whenever it comes on the channel.
Apparently, the series was supposed to be Connor MacLeod, but Paul wanted the freedom to create his own character. So then the writers decided to create a new character just for him. That played off well for him.
And however, interesting to note, they did get Christopher Lambert to reprise his role as Connor MacLeod. Let's see if I can pick this up without knocking
He
it
was
over.
Chris Lambert was instrumental in getting the series developed.
Yeah, he was actually in the first episode of the series. I don't know if you guys can see that there. In the episode titled The Gathering.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So I had to bring that one VHS down here because
Nice.
The character Matthew McCormick, the immortal who works as the agent that goes around tracking serial killers, they wanted to give him his own spin-off series where he would go around and like investigate the beheadings while dispensing immortal justice.
Oh,
How
so
cool
they
a
thought it
series
was
would
a
that
serial
have been?
killer.
It would have been
That
like
would have been
X-Files
neat.
with swords.
That would have
Like,
been very
that would
neat.
have been fucking legit.
that would have
But
been
With
so
a Scottish accent.
I
There's
thought
only
the
one
bodies,
Highlander.
that bodies don't disappear or something, or blow up or dissolve.
no,
The
they're
headless
just
body just stays. And there's nothing they can't test it and be like, this thing's immortal. What the hell?
no, because it's
No,
just a
well,
regular.
because they're not immortal anymore.
Yeah.
The magic's gone.
Once you cut off their head, they lose all their power and knowledge and experience, and it goes into the other immortal. So it just leaves a dead person.
Can be only one.
So I don't
That's
know.
pretty crazy. I might need to watch. I might need to try and see if I can watch the series because I've never seen the series before.
If you
Mhm.
have Amazon Prime, I think they have a deal through IMDb or somebody with ads. You can watch it with ads.
It's
Oh yeah, I don't know because we get we've got all that crazy
Baywatch,
shit.
Highlander, good stuff.
I can't watch Baywatch. Baywatch is a fucking pain in my life.
You can't watch
Pretty people on the
Baywatch?
show. That's
No, it's just fucking horrible. Honestly, I'd rather drive needles
Well, you
into
don't
my eyes
actually
and
watch
drag my
the
balls
show.
across rusty glass.
you hit the mute button.
Dude, I'm not going to lie, dude. I don't even think they're particularly nice to look at. It's just not my thing. Too old California and sunny and all that.
But
shit.
if you're young and you're a kid and
I was
you
a
don't
young
have
kid,
access, and you don't have access to other things, an episode of Baywatch on TV, you slow it down, pause it,
I was one of those
record it onto
kids.
VHS. Yeah.
But no.
Weren't they already running in slow mo though? Like how fucking slowing down the slow mo?
Yeah, the slow motion boob jiggle.
That's teenage years right there. That right there is your teenage
I was
years.
interested in the back jiggle more.
Well, I
And that
remember
would be in a running, walking away scene or something.
the one I remember from when I was younger, when I was a teenager, was the tattoo video.
Oh, yeah.
All the things she said when that video came out, that was the one that got that's what everybody used to speak about at school.
That was big. That was popular. That was very popular. I remember when that was
Yeah, and it's not because they could sing.
The lifeguards took
Is
up
that about
hostage situations.
Highlander, or was that something else?
Oh no, it was a music video.
Okay.
music video was Tattoo.
Let's not lose the Highlander hype.
know, that song. Oh, the thing you said run through my head, run through my head. Oh, the thing you said run through my head. That
Fuck
song.
Baywatch. There can only be one franchise on the stream. There can only be one.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
All right, so I'll get back to the Highlander. After the series, which was extremely successful, ended. Which, by the way, good idea to do that. If you stopped watching it at season 4, go back and revisit it, because it's great. It's fun. The last 2 seasons are worth watching. They did a spin-off with the recurring character Amanda, where she was the main protagonist, and they did Highlander, the Raven. Got that right here. Yeah, it Highlander the Raven. That featured Paul Johansson as Nick Wolf, who was in Beverly Hills 90210, and Parker Lewis, Can't Lose. So that's fun for that.
Did she become a Highlander, or was it just following her on her and shit?
She always was immortal. Like in the show, she was older than Duncan in the show. Like she was over 1,000 years old.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the show. I thought you were talking about the chick from the first movie. My bad.
No, this is Amanda. The chick. What do you think I was talking about? Friggin' what the hell was her name?
Yeah, that
Brent?
chick. The love interest from the first movie. I don't even remember.
No. This is she's explained to have died in the 3rd movie, and if you didn't see the 3rd movie and you saw the 2nd movie, it's the future, and she died of natural causes. Either way, she dead. She gone.
Dead. She gone.
She gone.
Out of here.
She got
Okay. My bad.
Another interesting thing about Highlander the Raven, while it only ran 1 season, and I thought it was all right. The writing was kind of, it was okay. Elizabeth Grayson makes up for a lot of that. She's a very cheeky character. A lot of fun. And she was in Death of the Incredible Hulk, if you guys have seen that. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Oh, yeah, I did. I did mention that.
Never seen that.
That was the last movie to feature, the last Incredible Hulk movie to feature Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk. It's where he dies. It's where he gone.
Right. So because I've not seen the later ones or the series and shit, did anybody Scottish come into it?
No. There's no.
Why? Like fucking 5 movies and fucking 40 seasons later, still only one Scotsman in the whole fucking thing.
There can be only one Night Watch.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, we got Night Watch.
Night Watch crew reigns.
Pop that in there. I didn't even see him come in.
So they literally stole our fucking shit. They stole our country. They stole our fucking drunken college student extras. and then they never even gave us any fucking credit apart from stole our shit. Like,
No,
dude,
they
what? Like,
Sean
this
Connery.
was filmed in the 90s. We had actors in the fucking 90s. God damn it!
Sponge,
Ewan McGregor
Sponge.
was rocking about in the 90s.
With the exception of Sean Connery's involvement, this stream is probably the closest the Scotsman has ever gotten to the Highlander franchise.
No, in the first one. No. In the first one, like all the extras, they were all Glasgow. Like they were literally all Scottish kids. So like the student, like the extras were more Scottish than the fucking actors, which is disappointing.
Dude,
Like you can't even hear them talk.
Highlander remake.
Dude, I would well do the Highlander remake.
Oh,
Sign
yeah.
me up. I'm all for it. I'd have to learn how to speak Scottish again. There can be only one. Yabas.
It starts out, I am Spongy McCloud, the Highlander.
Fuck your freedom. Fuck your heat. There's only one. I don't know why I feel the need to do a wrestling pose every time I say like there's only one. Woo, only one. It's like my go-to pose. Woo.
It's instead of a sword, you just pop their head off in a bear hug.
Oh no! I steel chair. Just smash the steel chair as hard as you can till it, like their head just explodes in a cloud. Just a. Yeah.
That'd be badass. It's fun.
Trashed. Make it happen. You've got the shit.
He'll soon have a Sponge action figure. I'm sure he must have some Highlander action figure tucked away somewhere.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. Like that's cool as fuck.
Now, and
then he says he's going to send me it as well. I'm going to pin it to my green screen or something. I'm going to have him up here, just like just poking about.
Now, Sponge, if you did that business with the chair and made Christopher Lambert's head explode in a cloud, would that be a McCloud?
Yeah, it sounds like you can get it for 99p on the fucking McDonald's Pound Saver menu.
There's a tie-in they never did. They should have done that.
Yeah,
then they could have changed their name to McDonald's just for the tie-in. Just slip an A in.
Yeah. Like you could have had a McCloud burger or something, and it would have been like a burger with haggis on it.
The McCloud burger and the don't lose your head fries.
I could see the 90s marketing campaign for that in my head. Like fucking pyro going off and shit, left, right, and centre. Some dude on a guitar in the background fucking melting licks.
Right. So that's a McCloud burger and a don't lose your head fries. Would you like a quickening shake with that?
It would be something along the lines of like get a fry, burgers, drink at a price that won't make you lose your head. And then Kurgan's head would just yeet flying through the air in slow motion. Dude, I could see it.
Oh boy, there's a tie-in that would have beat the hell out of McAfee, huh?
Dude, we were on it. We were talking about games. That's a game I would have played. Highlander McDonald's crossover. You have to behead Ronald McDonald. There can be only one clown.
They would have to release that in a game like Sneak King.
He'd have to,
so you could do it.
The Burger King. He could fight the Burger King. They both have swords.
Oh, that's crazy. Could you imagine?
Maybe they'd just be those really stale, sharp French fries you get sometimes. Oh.
I hate those fucking things.
Oh, you like them, Art?
No, I hate those.
No, you don't. They take off your head. They take off your tongue. I know that. Jesus. Fucking sharp.
Yeah.
Fried
jam up into the top of your mouth.
But, so they had that. Then, in 2007, Highlander fans, they were lucky enough to get Highlander the Source as a movie, and
the Source.
So wait, so what? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they jumped to, or was it 1, 2, 3, then the series, and then they jumped back to the 4 movie?
Yeah, because the series was in 92, and Highlander 3 was in 1993. So.
Oh, so they had to. Oh, weird way to do it. All right, okay, got you.
In fact, there were a lot of things in Highlander 3 that mention the series, sort of in a way. They sort of reference it. But the Highlander series in no way would ever acknowledge the film itself. They acknowledged Connor McLeod from the first film, but they would never acknowledge the third film or the second film. They just sort of ignore the fuck out of it. Never happened.
Ah, right, okay. I was, because when I was reading up on it, like I was looking, like the timeline was all over the place. I was just like, dude, like, You know how some people do that? Like you can watch like the DC shows and like the chronological timeline.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Sexy Monkey in the chat there. Just pop him in there.
Sasha, what's up, dude?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Snap into a Slim Jim, son.
Snap into us. Jim.
Oh
And
yeah.
Sasha's saying he's never seen anything.
Yeah.
Sasha's saying he's never seen anything other than the original film. So he's
You're
like,
very
Yeah,
close
dude,
to
I've
what
only
I've
watched
seen.
the first two because, like,
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm.
definitely remember watching the first two because the first one was great, second one was fucking horrendous, and then
I
I thought,
remember
fuck
being
that, I'm not
confused.
suffering another one.
And I remember the alien type, or whatever, the blue thing.
Yeah.
The weird shit. There was weird shit. I can't.
They made them all aliens for was it the planet Zeist?
yes,
Zeist or something?
zest.
Yeah,
They
Sasha-
were.
Shit turned into like some Scientology.
I'm in the
No,
same
dude, they
boat.
were
as
straight up
you, Sasha.
aliens.
I've only
They were
seen the
straight up
first.
aliens that came back to. They got banished to 16th century Scotland for some reason. What the fuck did
Specifically,
you do?
Scott. You see,
Was it Scotland that shit that they thought that's a great?
that's what I'm saying. You see, that they just stick them there. Like that's the worst place there was back then. Like put them in Scotland back in.
There can be only one custom artwork. Yeah, that's what you need to do, Sasha. The Highlander cover, man. You could do something much cooler than that piece of shit behind my head. Look at his giant forehead.
There were a couple different alternate covers, but I bet Sasha come up with something really cool.
You doing okay, Sasha?
Oh no, I've lost my head. I've lost like half
You down?
my face.
Don't lose your head.
Turn into Phantom of the Opera.
I hope you're not too down.
But yeah, so we had Highlander the Source, which let's see, what did I have? Yeah, this movie was released for the Sci-Fi channel, so it was a made-for-TV movie. That's where it was shown.
Maybe
You
that's
got, you got Christian Solomon as the Guardian, and of course he was in the Footballers' Wives. I never saw that, but
Footballers' Wives.
yeah.
Dude, I've not seen that show for fucking like a million years. Damn, my mum used to watch that stuff when I was a kid. Like I was a kid in it.
No, see, so if you watch that, you'll see the Guardian in there, not in the pale paint with the weird helmet skull cap thing. Let's face it, folks. They really whizzed it down their leg with this film, Highlander the Source. It's my least favorite. I would rather watch Highlander 2 twice than watch Highlander the Source once.
Oh shit!
So
And
wait,
that's
what was the source? Was it first 4 or 5?
This is the fifth one.
The 5th one.
Yeah, fifth one. And it featured Adrian Paul. No Christopher Lambert in this one. This is the film that didn't have him in it. Spoilers, trench plug your ears. Bought it in the last film, bought it in Endgame, did not make it through. Was not the only one. What happens? And this was directed by Brett Leonard, who did Lawnmower Man.
Oh shit!
So
And
they had the
we
director.
expect greatness for him.
Huh?
And we expected greatness.
Oh, so your
And
dad
they
was
got the
into
lawnmower
football,
back.
Sasha? Is that what you're saying? Your dad liked football? Or he did football?
Yeah, it would have been a football player.
His mother was a footballer's wife. Wives plural. He had two mothers. They were identical.
Oh, but over there, football, you mean soccer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Soccer then.
The ball
The
they
real kind
kicked,
of football.
not the
You know what
ball
I mean?
that
You got confused. That's what I meant.
it's confusing. It's confusing. I guess
Yeah,
in
yeah.
retro,
No, it's fine. I just get confused on it sometimes.
in retrospect,
Have to
us
ask.
Americans probably shouldn't have called it football. We probably should have called it something else. Almond
Yeah, the
ball or
fact that
something.
you spend more time with
Well,
it in your hand than
look,
you do on your phone.
I don't like football, but I like soccer, you know. So I don't know what that means, but
Oh, really?
whatever.
That's pretty fucking cool. Any
Night
big
night
teams?
watch here. Night watch here.
Justice for
Hashtag
Lawnmower
Justice for Lawnmower Man.
Man.
Go.
Love it.
Taught you
Beard.
well with the hashtags. Use them hashtags.
Lawnmower Man. Job was a simpleton.
Cook.
You guys play Lawnmower Man, the video game for Sega Genesis? I sure
No.
did. It's not
No.
very good. I did a video on it.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
I was just saying I did a video on it back early on in the channel's history. But what were you gonna say?
No, I was just I don't like I don't know. My Genesis collection was weird because I was really young. Like I got my Genesis in '92, and that was like fucking. And then I only had like for the first year or something. I had what was the two games I had? Chuck Rock, which was a Virgin game, Richard Branson Virgin.
You're
And you were a little caveman and went unga bunga and belly flopped people.
in
Bitch slap
'92.
people
I
with your
got
belly.
pull-ups
And Sonic.
for the first time.
Sonic's
What?
great. Honestly, better than Sonic.
No, not better than Sonic, but I'm just saying, like pull-ups aren't bad.
No.
I'm talking about like the diapers, you know.
Yeah, no,
Because I was
had
born
the
in
little
'91,
diaper when I
so
was a
'92
teenager.
was,
That shit's comfortable
I
as
wasn't
fuck.
playing anything yet.
I mean, I was
Oh,
only
Like, I wouldn't
I was
know
only
that shit's
4.
comfortable.
I had just turned 4. Got my first console, and that was me. I was just like, "Wow, what is this?" And then
My
I've
first
been
console
a gamer
was
ever since.
the Nintendo 64. Legend of
Suddenly, I
Zelda,
feel old.
Ocarina of Time.
Oh dear God.
Do
That
what
was
now?
fun.
Make a Highlander thing. I just
It
made one
happens.
for Cobra Kai. Oh, nice.
I
Dude,
just
I love
started
Cobra Kai. Cobra
yesterday.
Kai is fucking... Dude, what have you been doing with your life?
I don't know. I watched the first 2 episodes. I know what happens because I kept up with it through videos, but I'm finally watching it properly, and I'm enjoying the fuck out of it.
Dude, I loved it. I just loved the nostalgia feel. Like I love how like they give you there's just the right level of nostalgia in it.
It's very well developed for sure. It's very well made.
Yeah.
There it is.
I love seeing the old Cobra Kai team, like the karate team, and they all meet up when they're all men.
Now,
Like
I know
that's
we're
cool
off
as fuck.
I know we're off topic, but Cobra Kai, did that have the kid who was in the back who's like, yeah, put him in a body bag? Yeah.
No, he's not there, but he's in jail, but he's coming for the newer season they're doing. The new season, he's going to be in it, because I guess. But Night, there will be no spoilers. We won't say what happens, but I guess that's kind of a spoiler, but that's a minor spoiler. Like,
I mean, dude, I couldn't even spoil it if I wanted because I've got the memory of a goldfish. Like, I remember watching that and thought it was fucking amazing. If you asked me what happened, then I'd be like, karate? Duh.
yeah, but just it's really good. Night. You would enjoy it for sure, especially.
Yeah, it's hella nostalgic. Like they do like lots of nods to the movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great series.
I love how they managed to somehow find all the old people that were in the movies. Like, where have they found all these people?
Well, I guess they're just around, you know? They're just, not doing anything.
Well, yeah, like, can you imagine just getting that phone call? Remember how you were in that movie 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Like, yeah. Like, would you like to come back? Excuse me, what?
I'd be like, oh shit, they're rebooting it, aren't they?
I'm just waiting until they get the girl that was the next Karate Kid. You know, Mr. Miyagi's granddaughter.
Oh yeah.
Hilary Swank.
What's she doing?
Or,
Is
no,
she-
no. Never mind.
It could be.
no.
That's-
The
Hillary
other
Swank.
Karate Kids.
I
I
know.
think it is the next Karate Kid when she's got
Yeah,
the
that's
hawk.
that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
I don't know why I put my arm up like I've got a hawk.
I know you just like lifted that fucking shit up like we have imagination on this show.
No, we just have lots of cannabis.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Like you're
I
expecting
know
the
what
fucking
happens
Hulk to
in
be there.
season, but I technically haven't seen it yet either. So you're good. I'm not. No one's gonna spoil anything.
Oh, good. Oh, we lost
It's a
Art.
kind of magic, magic.
I think Apple's slowly taking us out, trying to take us out one by one because there can only be one, and she wants to be the one.
You guys are safe. I got my katana upstairs. We're okay. Oh, there he is. He's back.
I wasn't allowed one. Even now, I'm not allowed one. I told the wife that I wanted to get swords for my wall, and she's like, "No, let's not do that." Like,
Wait,
okay.
are you guys
They
allowed to have,
can't keep me down.
I know this is a weird question because it's Scotland, but are you guys allowed to have swords in there, or are they not allowing them because of the UK's?
I mean, you can have them on like if they're like display pieces and stuff, and they're blunt and shit. Like, but like, yeah, you're not like, yeah, you're allowed them like as display pieces, but you're not like if you got caught outside with a sword in it, you're probably going to prison, unless you've got a really viable reason for it, you know.
Well, I suppose if you bought a display piece, you could always take it to a bench grinder and
Dude,
sharpen.
I worked as a chef. Like to put any context, I worked as a chef, and if I didn't have my chefs and a professional knife roll, I could go to prison.
What? It's a fucking
Yeah.
chef's knife?
I don't know. We got taught that in training when I was at college. Like, always keep your knives in a professional knife wrap, and then that way, if you get stopped by the police, you're like, tools in my trade. It's fine, obviously, because that's allowed. But like, obviously, wandering around with like 15 knives on you can be a bit suspect sometimes, I guess. Dude, I'm not even going to lie. My whole knife box when I was a chef consisted of spoons that I had stolen from everywhere I'd ever worked. I had a thing for spoons. I used to steal spoons all the time. I'd have like,
You had a thing
when
for
I had my own
spoons?
house, I had 47 silver spoons. For different places that I had went and worked for, like maybe done like a work trial or something, and ended up stealing a spoon by accident. And tea tables. I used to steal dishcloths everywhere as well. I've got like so many dishcloths in the kitchen, and they're like that. Where did you get that from? I was like that. I acquired it from this restaurant. Acquired it from this place. That's Blake Lively's sister in Karate Kid Part 3.
Oh.
Wait, what?
That's weird.
Wait,
So anyway, I guess I'll bring it back to the subject at hand. Now we've gone off about Karate Kid and chef's knives and sword availability in Scotland. Sorry about that. That was my fault. But Highlander, the source for the source for vengeance, the search for vengeance, the animated anime movie came out the same year as the source did, which is why I'm calling it the wrong thing. And that was kind of cool. That had Colin McLeod, who was played by Alistair Abel, who you guys might recognize, maybe not his voice, but you might recognize him if you saw a picture. He was Officer Goodman in Freddy vs. Jason.
Ah.
Very small role, but he was there. And he also, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, he was the voice of future Trunks, of old Trunks, Teen Trunks. So he's cool. Oh. And that's basically the gist of it. It's pretty much cookie cutter as far as Highlander goes. And yeah, it's actually beloved by the fandom. They like it better than the last 5 Highlander movies.
You're all good, Sasha. It happens every time. Like we've discussed that backstage and stuff. Like how distracted we get with stuff. We go off on the most random tangents. It's great.
No, I think that's part of the show, though. I think like if you tune in, you expect that. You expect that from us. We're gonna get distracted and shoot the shit about nonsense that isn't the subject. But that's what we do.
Especially if I'm here.
It's all related in a way, I guess, because it's like fighting 80s classic. It's all related. They're all 80s classics.
That's the Deacon saying right there. Let me pop that. If it'll. Yeah, it's not popping on there, but it's Sasha. It's cool. Come on, do it. Sasha, it's cool. Chat is random, and the stream is always derails at some point. LOL. That's it. Oh, see, now it's on there. There we go. Jeez. Damn you, Gerald.
Fuck
That
you,
duck
Gerald.
guy. That fucking duck.
Your head off. Well, you don't have a body, but
Yeah, is he a decapitated
Dude,
Highlander?
I'm just gonna say,
dude, there can only be one duck.
Gerald, Illuminati, former immortal. He's a former immortal.
If I can get that to catch on, guys, I'm gonna get that to catch on. Gerald the Duck, it's gotta happen.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you probably can.
Get it to catch. Get enough people. So yeah, he could be Highlander victim. It happens, even to ducks.
I mean, we almost got it in the Karate Kid when fucking Mr. Miyagi grabbed him by the neck and was like, that was him charging up his immortal blast and head off. He doesn't need no blade. Mr. Miyagi's a badass. He can do it with his hands.
He kicked those teenagers' ass. He kicked that one kid in the nuts. Oh my god. He was singing the prom that. Oh, it was a canceled Highlander game for PS3. It was in development. There was a trailer and all. Look promising too. That would have been a great video game.
Yeah.
I don't have a PS3, but that shit ever came out for NES, I'd be on it.
I loved my PS3. My PS3 was one of my favourite consoles.
Bust out
Just
the
the market there for it this year, I think.
Yeah, I never had one. I just the newest system I have is the Xbox 360. That's where I stopped. I'm like, I can't do this. I don't have time for these games, movies to watch. But it's all good.
I've noticed that since I started streaming. Like, it's very rare that I play games just for enjoyment anymore. So like every time I'm like streaming something and I'm always just streaming stuff, like it's just going through the motions and that. I can't remember the last time I actually sat and played a game just for like the sheer enjoyment of playing a game. That's why I've not streamed Baldur's Gate. Like I've been playing Baldur's Gate because like I've actually been enjoying it. So like I don't want to share it with my stream just yet because I'm enjoying playing a game just for the enjoyment of playing.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to take the experience.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm still trying to get into doing these emulators and stuff. I keep meaning to download. I already have it planned, have it bookmarked on the site, so I just go back and get it later. But they got that SNES emulator. There's a bunch of Japanese imports I want to play, and I'm like, that's the way to do it. That's the cheap way to do it. Just
Dude,
download
my
it.
favorite, one of my favorite SNES games has to be fucking Chrono Trigger.
Oh.
Chrono Trigger was fucking legit. It was so good. It was Square. It was Square Enix that made it. So like the Final Fantasy guys. Actually, I think it was Squaresoft. But yeah, so like fucking, it's really fucking good. It's such a great game. You get like a Frog Knight. Dude runs about just as a toad and shit. Like it's like yes, man. I love the SNES, man. The SNES has great games. In Contra, the worst game I've ever known to man.
You don't like Contra?
I love Contra. I hate the
We
game.
lost the trench.
He'll be
I
back.
was like Contra is one of the only games I have never beaten. That I've played and never beaten. Hands down, cannot beat it on hard at all. It's just like one of the hardest known games known to man. You couldn't do that shit.
Doesn't it have,
Anybody
like,
that can
cheat
complete
codes?
Contra on the hardest
Does it have any
difficulty
codes?
is legit gaming fucking beast.
No, you gotta get good. That was the thing back then. You gotta get good. Gotta get good. Oh, hey, Mike Tyson for NES. Yes.
Oh, dude, that game is fucking awesome.
Friggin',
There's a
I don't
good
even
game.
like boxing, but that game is great. I have that. I play that. They got Mario on there as the ref.
It's a me.
Hey,
Mario.
hey, Ben. Ben Grimm's in the chat.
Oh, see, Ben's seen the Highlander cartoon, the animated series, following Quentin MacLeod.
Good deal.
Trying to help the Jetters.
Right, so wait, what was the Raven?
That was the Highlander the Raven was the spin-off. Elizabeth Grayson, who played Amanda in the series. Is this one? There. Did one season. It was pretty.
Right.
It didn't have the best writing, but it was fun. It was still fun. It also the woman who played what's her face there, Lucy, was also in the Cronenberg film Rabid, which I have my notes somewhere over here if I could find it, but I can't find it. But I remember anyway, so we don't need to find it. But yeah,
Sasha, that's a whole other movie that's a whole other thing that you've just stumbled upon. You misread.
boy.
Yeah. So in his original one was where was it? Can you imagine if in Karate Kids if you had to decapitate your opponents? A very different movie. And then Sasha's one would be can you imagine in Karate Kid if they had to defecate your opponents? Had to shit your whole opponent out.
Put him in a
Oh,
duty
shit.
bag. But that's basically it. You guys have any Highlander questions? I guess I don't know. It's not really like I can't ask you what your favorite part was, but especially with friends.
Yeah, I think I've already asked all my questions as this has been happening.
No, so officially they are aliens?
No,
It
they
depends. They were for one movie, but then they kind of
That's
just
what I'm-
ignored the movie.
So they
After
it
the
went
second
on
one, like the
after
third
that?
one just pretended like it never happened.
So that's not what's officially the thing. They're not.
Well, officially,
That's just
technically,
looked over,
canon-wise,
like, nope.
they are aliens because they made
That's
but then they try to
canon-wise.
rewrite it and forget about it.
Like with the Texas Chainsaw, like 2 and 3, and they skip.
Well,
one.
what I go by, Art, is I go by the series because that had 117 episodes, so they have the longer tenure on canon, I guess, or not tenure, but they have the longer track record for keeping canon. So that's sort of like I treat them as they're the Bible for the franchise.
Yeah.
Dude, this wallpaper is great. It makes my beard look like I've got colour. It blends. Like it's not. Like just pretend.
What you do is you just find that wallpaper, but without Connor McLeod and the title on it, and you just have the storm clouds behind you, and you'll be all set.
Apparently so.
You have to change your name to Stormy. Fun Stormy. No, that doesn't work. Oh, hey, we got friggin' Trench in the back. Hold on, let me pop him in here. Get back in here, Jesus.
Tiny Trenchy. Tiny Trenchy. Get your punk ass in here, boy.
There it goes. Come on. Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
It's all good. Hold on, guys. I gotta step away for a second. You talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
White people.
White people on a white people stream.
Whoa. No.
Jesus.
Daniel-san, always wipe up and down.
I come back to read in the chat about fucking the people from Karate Kid defecating on each other.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
was a misread Deacon, and it turned into like it became like a. It was like, yeah, okay, I can see that.
That would be an interesting movie for sure. I mean, hell, you could just take a bunch of action heroes from movies and then have them like to kill each other. They have to defecate on each other, like fucking
Dude,
John
they did that. They did that already. It was called Expendables. All the action heroes got together and shit on each other. Definitely the Expendables.
Fucking Rambo taking a shit on the Terminator.
Yo, Flow Chamber, how's it going?
That was a good one.
Welcome to the stream, buddy. Like Team America, fuck yeah.
Hey, Mac.
Durka Durka, Muhammad Jihad, Durka Durka Durka.
Yeah, so
Amen.
that's basically all I had for the stream, pretty much, as far as Highlander facts, tidbits, info.
Mac,
my
you got anything interesting to say about Highlander, Mac?
Oh shit!
Or anything you like about it?
Oh, we got Flow Chamber in here. What's up, man?
Yeah. I want to get what he thinks.
Yeah. Pop it in the comments. I'll make it all like on screen and stuff. Now.
Does he just
Attempt to make it go all on the big screen.
Yeah, I'll press the button. If Gerald lets it happen, it'll happen. But apparently, like, he's taking 50% of the time to click on it and just like highlighting it but not posting it. I don't
Gerald's
know. Or I'm
bitch.
doing it.
You need to see it, buddy. You definitely need to watch at least the first one.
Dude, Highlander is awesome. It's I rewatched it today and I remembered barely anything going in. Just that Sean Connery was the guy's mentor and the fucking there can only be one and shit like that. And it's a great 80s action flick for sure.
Yeah, it's proper. It's just the right amount of cheesy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like, this is what I recommend doing if you haven't seen any of it before. I recommend you see the first film, then you sort of ignore the second film. Maybe if you really like the first film and you like Christopher Lambert a lot, you go and you see the third film. Then you go right to the series and just watch all 6 seasons of the series. And if you want a little bit more, then hit up The Raven. Other than that, yeah, probably just the series and the first movie.
Yeah, they definitely seem like the credible options.
And if you like cartoons, check out the animated series or the anime, because those are fairly.
I see. I didn't know anime. Like, I'd probably watch the anime version.
The anime version's a little bit more adult and serious than the cartoon series.
I know. Violence. I love violence. Violence is my favorite thing. I live and breathe violence.
Damn it, Gerald, moving things around when I'm trying to click on stuff. Come on,
Gerald.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Ben.
Oh, Tubi has the series with ads probably. So yeah, check it out.
Tubi and MVD. There you go.
Yeah, definitely to check the series out. I'm not seeing the series at all.
Yeah, I'll check out the show.
I discovered I've watched, like, I found all these like old shit that came out like a while ago that I've never seen, and like they were like one series and stuff like that. What was it called? The Tristan Files.
Oh,
Like, I never knew it was a series. I'd read all the books. And then, like, I randomly seen it and was like, Justin Files, that's that book. And then I clicked on it and was like, dude, this is like the best show ever. And there was only one season. What? Like, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Really sad. It was really good.
Mm.
that happens sometimes. You get into something and that they just don't think any more of it.
Yeah, I seen the. I did look at the animated show, and I wasn't even touching that shit. It looks like it just looks shit. They'll look
If
like
you
the
look-
elves.
If you look at the thumbnail for this video, I put Quentin MacLeod in it just because. Like I gotta put that in there. It's so cheesy.
The only way, like, yeah. To be fair, the animated show really should have been called like Dragon Ball Z Western Edition. Like, it's just like we looked at anime and thought we can do that, and then that's what we got. Like, no.
I blame the French personally, but you know.
Quality is better than running it into the ground. The Raven. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely need to check it out.
Yeah. And it's good.
I agree.
Always blame
I
the
agree on that.
Deacon says. Sorry, any French viewers. I'm just kidding. It's not personal, guys. You got croissants, man, and you gave us the cooking of Julia Child. So you know.
We got the Statue of Liberty too.
Yeah, and you gave us that Statue of Liberty. I heard she's nude under that robe. So you know.
Okay, that's much better than the examples from before. Like I was about to say, that was kind of sad.
Dude,
Now,
yeah, like, I mean, there's a lot of filler episodes in Naruto. Like, you can find lists online what are like ones that follow the story and shit, and you can miss out all the bonus shit. But like, yeah, it can be long winded, but it's a pretty good show. Like, there's pretty good character development and stuff in it. And Naruto's got some of my favourite characters, anything ever. Team Jiraiya, man, Pervy Sage all the way. All he does, he just lives for getting pissed and chatting up chicks, man. What's wrong? Like, he's just like a proper sleazeball. He's fucking great.
Yeah, I've not seen Naruto, so I don't
One
know.
Piece is a fucking nightmare. One Piece is a crazy long one as well. Naruto's bad as well because you've got Naruto and then you've got like a million episodes in Naruto and then you've got like a million episodes in Naruto Shippuden and then you've got Boruto, the next generation in Naruto.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it just goes on forever. You're like, dude, like I gave up. I watched Naruto, the Naruto and Shippuden. They were both really good, but other than that, I was like,
I like Cowboy Bebop. That was one season. That should have went on longer.
Oh, Nightmare Muse is here.
Then you got like,
Hello.
Oh, hey, Nightmare Muse. Oh, dude.
that's lit.
What are you saying, Trench?
Oh, that's the dude Lich, man.
Bitch.
Fucking Mac, one of Mac's friends, and he's a good guy. I've talked to him a lot.
Oh, shit. Ah, man. I wish you were here. Dude, if you were here just a little bit earlier, like, we were talking so much about it.
Oh, dude, I didn't know
We can
that.
let him into the back room probably
Yeah.
after the thing. If
After
you're
the
leaving.
I'm not gonna hang around super long tonight because I got some things I got to take care of. But you know, like, cause I'm gonna probably end this stream in about 6 minutes so that I'd be at the nice round 2 hour mark. But
Oh, dude,
yeah.
I didn't know he was into like Highlander, or I would have like let you know, Ethel, and I would have invited him on because I can get him the link and shit. I
But,
didn't know
I mean-
he was a Highlander dude.
But I don't know. I wanted to run with just 4 people tonight anyhow. So like, I guess it
Just in
would've-
general, Sasha.
But you know what I'll do?
It did get done quicker. With
did.
just
Yeah.
4. But,
You know what I will do though? Because I'm only doing a short stream tonight, what I might do is I might do another after hours stream like I did a few weeks ago or days
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
whenever it was. So if I do one of those, Trent, get him a link and stuff. We'll get him into that.
Oh yeah. I can drop on the link. Yeah, I can drop the link to Lich and Mac, and I have them on the Discord.
Because that's a more broad show where it's like, talk about anything. But we'll do a recap on Highlander on that show if you want to do that, because I should have enough time.
Oh, for sure.
So it's just tonight I was kind of up against it, so I'm like, well, I'll try to keep it short because I gotta leave space for other stuff. But
I do want to say one thing that's I found pretty dope about rewatching the movie is there's a scene where they're talking about Nash, the alternate ego that Cloud has taken on, and that he was dead, and he was from Syracuse, New York, which is my hometown, my home city. So it's always nice. I always get happy when I see that represented. So I know it's kind of stupid, but I like to shout it out because we don't get shouted out too much. So it's always fun when we pop up in a movie.
Dude, my home city's
The
most
Herb,
famous
Sasha?
movie is just about a lot of drug taking,
You
people
talking about
dying,
the
and
good
dead
Herb?
babies.
Oh, dude, mine too. Mine too's are like full of like we had an opium like play going on before, like during the I think it was during the pandemic. We also had an opium pandemic going on. So it's
We
like
have a meth
we're not
pandemic.
something special
I am.
either.
Everyone's on meth here.
Heroin
Yeah,
here. Everybody's on heroin and Valium.
Got a meth.
we got some opium issues here in Maine too. So it's like, I don't know, it's a thing. I guess people gotta do what
They
they
cook
gotta do.
the shit here,
He
though.
can continue it on his channel. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that happens after we end here. Is you guys migrate over to Nightmare Muse and hang over there? I don't know. It happens.
Whatever he wants to do.
Oh, he's talking about Final Dimension on Discord.
I don't know. I don't know if I
Oh.
have his channel.
Oh, shit.
I haven't seen any of the movies, so that'll be well. I've only seen the first movie, and I haven't seen anything else.
Well, the cool thing about Final Dimension, Trench, as we mentioned earlier, is you don't have to have seen the second one to see it because it pretends like it never happened.
Yeah.
But that's always a good thing, when you like your last movie so much you pretend like it didn't happen.
Oh yeah, I'd be down for sure. That'd be fun.
So that's pretty much the ball of wax on Highlander. I'd have to say watch it, love it. It's a movie about people who kill other people and get their power, and none of it's Scottish.
Yeah.
Sponge is just like bastards, dirty bastards.
Fucking ruined it.
Sponge.
White people.
Never mind. I found it.
Fucking
Bullshit. Telling you. The one Scottish guy they gave us, and dude, I can't believe they never brought anybody Scottish in after all the TV series and shit. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, at least they went to your homeland.
Someone send me a link to Nightmare Muse's channel. I can't find it.
Yeah. I think I have his channel on YouTube. If not, I'll just get it off of Discord. But I should have his YouTube channel. I can get it
Get
to
it.
you, Art.
Get it to me.
Yeah, Trench. I don't like send him. Send like I'm not going to be doing that tonight because I got other stuff. But in the future, I might. I'll swing over there because he's over here. So
Oh yeah, he's a good guy.
pop that to me on
Good.
Twitter. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. I can hook everybody up for sure.
Because I don't know if I'm following him or not. But if I'm not following him, I should be because he's here. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think this is his first time here, so it's like I wouldn't be surprised.
So
But yeah,
yeah.
I can hook everybody up. I should have the channel. If not, I can definitely get the channel link and I can hook everybody up.
Well, if he's going live in a few minutes, we need it. Or when he's going live later.
Yeah.
Or if he's doing whatever.
That'll be cool.
I'm
So
high, I don't know what's happening.
Well, I guess I just looked at the clock. We have hit the 2-hour mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close everything out. I just want to thank everybody I've been joined today by, of course, Fun Sponge, the Trenchy, the soulless trench coat, and of course, friggin' Art. He's always
I was
there.
there.
What was that? Give me an A. Hey.
I was there.
I'm trying. It's called. We fight dyslexia here, folks. Which way am I going? I'm going that way. So thank everybody who's been in the comments. We had Munster Deacon, we had Nightmare Muse, Flow Chamber, Sasha, Sexy Monkey. We had Night Watch was here. We had friggin' Jesus. Who else do we have? We had a lot of.
Leroy
we had
Green.
Ben here.
But if we had Ben Grimm,
We have Ben Grimm. I thought I saw Full Moon.
Ty.
We had Leroy Green in here.
Ty.
Junebug.
Ty.
Yeah,
We had
Trash.
Ty.
and we
The
had
one and only
Trash.
Trash.
The
Yeah.
Trashed Picture Show was in here, and I just want to thank everybody who's watching. You guys make the show even better. And
Speaking of the devil, and he just pops up again. Fucking typical Irishman.
I pop up. I'm like, can't get this thing scrolling up. God damn.
You broke that.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't about tonight. That's okay, Trashed. I know you were tired. You had things to do. What happened? You'll get it next time. We'll get you next time. But thank you everybody for joining me, and yeah, good stream, folks.
It was fun.
Adios.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Peace.
End.